Okay, Assalamu alaikum, welcome again. We said that in the first part of the period, we said that this is the we talk about the polarization. Okay, we said that the light in its normal wave, the electromagnetic waves, are vibrating in all directions or in certain directions, in many directions. Okay, so sometimes they are vibrating in X direction, Y direction like this, okay, in X direction like this, or in between X and Y, okay, and so on. So we can express this by the following this shape, okay. So we call this kind of vibrating, or this kind of vibration, or this kind of light as unpolarized light. This is unpolarized light, and this is the shape of unpolarized light. Well, but sometimes we will be able to change this unpolarized light to polarized one. How? The light can be polarized by passing the light or something called the polarizer, like this. This is called the polarizer, okay? For example, this polarizer will allow the polarized light to pass only in, it will allow the vibrations in one direction only, okay? So in polarized light, all the light waves oscillate in same direction, okay? But the question now, how can, and we explained this in the last part of the period, okay? So what is the linear polarization? The linear polarization is the alignment of the electromagnetic waves in such way that the vibrations of the electric fields in each of the waves are parallel to each other, okay? So this is the unpolarized light, the vibration in Y, X, in between, and so on, okay? This is a polarizer. It will allow only the waves, those are vibrating in one plane, which is the plane of polarized, the plane polarized light in this type. Well, okay, what are the methods those we can use to polarize light? We can polarize light by two main methods. We can polarize light by two main methods. These two main methods are, number one, the reflection. Number two, the polarizers, okay, like the polarizing light filters. Well, let's explain the first method. Sorry, I record the attendance of the second part. Number one, by reflecting off a surface which causes the polarization. The reflection, some light will be absorbed from when the light transforms from air to gas. Some light will be absorbed, and another portion of the light will be reflected. We studied that. We said when the light falls on the boundary between two mediums, three probabilities may happen. Number one, refraction. Number two, absorption. Okay, refraction and absorption. And number three, the reflection. Well, which one will be polarized? The reflected light will be polarized. The reflected light will be polarized. Okay, but the light that will be absorbed by the medium or refracted inside the medium, it will be partially polarized. So I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about the reflected light. So the first method is what is reflection. The first method is reflection. Reflection changes the unpolarized light to polarized light, and it's also a partially polarized light. Okay, but the polarization here can be obtained out of the or in the same medium. Light can be polarized by using light filter, which is some kind of scattering. Okay, a filter, or the polarizing light filter, it's not normal filter. Okay, a filter allows only light waves containing in one direction to pass through. Okay, so that's called the polarizer. Okay, for example, this is the incident ray. This is the polarizer. Okay, if it's vertical, it allows the vertically polarized light waves. Well, if I ask you, what will happen to that light when it falls on a horizontal polarizer? Yani, if the second polarizer is horizontal, who can tell me what will happen? What will happen? What will come out of the second polarizer? Polarized light, or unpolarized light, or none? Who can answer? Okay. By the way, now this light is vertically polarized. So your answer will be correct if I'm talking about unpolarized light. If the unpolarized light it passes through a polarizer that's horizontal, okay, we have no problem. It will be horizontally polarized, for example. Okay, but now we are talking about a vertically polarized light that's falling on a horizontal filter. On a horizontal filter, what will happen? Nothing will happen. It means no light will pass the horizontal filter. Why? Because the incident ray is polarized. The incident light is polarized vertically. Okay, so it will not pass the filter. So the second filter will not allow the vertically polarized light to pass. Okay, I hope it's clear. And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we finished this section. The homework is to write this a summary of this section from these two parts of the session. Number two, inshallah, I'll send you some questions, inshallah. And inshallah, there will be a competition between 10E and 10C, bi'idhnillah Rabbil Alameen. It will be amazing, inshallah. And I'll tell you the details later. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.